Okay. September 8th, 2022, the year of ABM, the year of many other things, but we're here to talk about ABM, I guess. It's good to be back with you. I can't believe it's been another month already. Seeing some familiar faces join. We got some folks from San Francisco. We got some folks from Chicago, it looks like. Boston, where I'm from. Beautiful. Okay. So we're here to talk today about, I think, a fairly provocative topic. What did we title this? Stop competing with sales. Scary to say that out loud, maybe. But I think it's important. I think it's important to bring up. It really amazes me, actually, as I think about, the 50 or so global manufacturing and life science organizations that Jabmo supports today. How afraid maybe is the word, or how nervous or anxious, our marketing partners are sometimes feeling to want to bring sales into the conversation and to want to share data between the two groups. And sometimes it comes from one side, sometimes it comes from another side. But there's often this struggle or this fight on who's going to get credit for what and who did what to ultimately achieve the same goal for the company, which is to close more business, to win more deals. We often hear when we talk to the sales side that they don't really know what the marketing team is doing. And then when we talk to the marketing side, they don't really know what the sales team is doing. And I've sat on both sides of the house, and I've definitely been part of both of those conversations. So it's interesting, right? So when we think, maybe if we peel back this topic a little bit and we try to understand how to avoid some of this, I think there is a couple of strategies that can be leveraged, and we're starting to see this really take hold with our customers, which feel very similarly to many of you. And what it really comes down to is having the courage to involve sales early. What does that mean? Well, you might be thinking to yourselves, well, my sales team is complicated and complex, and I've got distributors, and I've got regional reps and global reps, and I've got key account reps, and I've got strategic reps, and I've got all these different kinds of salespeople. How could I possibly involve them all? I don't even know half of these people. How could I bring them into a program early? How could I bring them into ABM early? They don't even know what digital is half the time. Well, I hear you. And when we say involve sales early, when I say it, we don't suggest bringing in thousands of people or hundreds of people into the program. But what we do suggest is thinking about the use case of the program, thinking about the product that you might be promoting, or the campaign objective, and identifying within the sales structure that this program is supposed to enable or connect to, if that's the goal. Who would the leader be on that team? Who would the manager or managers be? Who would the executive be? Who would your peer equivalent be on the marketing side? Bringing them in early, bringing them into the kickoff with you, so that you guys start to get hand in hand and lockstep from the very, very beginning. That person, that sales leader, becomes now aware of what marketing is doing, is able to offer input. You're able to get feedback. You're able to offer input. And all of a sudden you start to come together. And when the program launches, we're not playing catch up to try to explain, quite frankly, all the phenomenal work that you've been doing as marketers. You have been doing a lot of work. You are doing a lot of work. We got the website, we got the content, we got the events, we got the strategy sessions. All of this stuff is happening. But if it happens behind closed doors, and I can tell you firsthand, being a sales rep for many years, we don't know. And we question it, and we're skeptical. And sometimes we're overconfident and think we know everything that's going on in the account, and we don't really need that help, when in reality, we do. So bring us in. Let me tell you two stories I'm just thinking about. So one story, global life science manufacturer, great marketing team, sharp people, energetic, enthusiastic. I mean, everything you're looking for in a partner. Eager, wanting to get into the digital space and do more digital marketing and really double down and do ABM. Everything was set up flawlessly. Content, accounts, pages that they wanted to track, baseline engagement metrics, KPIs, all defined. Launched the campaign smooth, got engagement numbers, saw the growth month over month, started to even see a correlation between engagement and sales opportunities and that mapping. Didn't want to bring it to sales. Internal politics, tensions between the team. We got to the end of the program. The map was there. The data was there. It was visual. The touch points were there. The correlation between marketing engagement and attribution existed. Brought it to the executive team at the end of the program, which included sales representation. They shot it down. They didn't shoot down what we actually showed. What they shot down was the concept of what marketing was doing to be successful. They said, well, we've already got something else going on. We're using this in our workflow today, and we're going to keep going down on that path. Thanks for doing that. And the sad thing is that all of these marketing efforts, more than likely, it wasn't coincidental, probably influenced some of the data sets that they were using internally to be successful. So bringing them in at the end never works. And then there was this weird, I did it, you did it. Sales is saying they already knew about it. Marketing is saying, well, we had all this before. And then all of a sudden we're fighting when it really should have been a high five. Look at what we did together over the period of time. We were trying to share insights with you through each stage of that account's journey before they became a prospect. And it's a much better conversation. So what happened in the end? Well, marketing lost its budget. Sales took it over. And it's kind of sad because there was a lot of work that was done and a lot of successes that should have been mutually realized. So that's story number one. Trying to bring sales in at the end of a program doesn't work. And again, it's not hundreds of people. It's the key people. It's your peer on the sales side. That's what brings the groups together. The second story, a little more positive. So big manufacturer in the paper and packaging industry does, like many companies, one or two kickoffs a year. They sort of do their start of the year kickoff, and then they do their midway point kickoff just to see how things are going and what the programs are looking like and what the investments are going to be. And in this case, we were actually invited by the marketing team, along with a couple other partners, to come to that beginning of the year kickoff. And we worked with marketing on the content of what they were going to present and how they were going to support the sales. And some of it was educational on why this whole thing matters, right? But approached in more of a sales-like fashion. And then we did breakout sessions during this event where the sales reps could decide if they wanted to go to all three partners or they wanted to go to one partner, but it was up to them, and they could plug in and do a 15-minute, what is this thing all about? And how do I participate if I'm interested? Well, I can tell you what happened there. And now we're 6-7 months into this. You had a bunch of the reps in the session going, wait a minute, you can tell me about what's going on in my accounts, and I can see this, and you can put what would look like an equivalent billboard up in front of my customer as they're driving to work every day, no matter which route they take, and get them to see it and engage. How do I participate? Wait, if we have a master services agreement with an account and we want to go out and tell the subsidiaries about that, you can help get that voice out in front of these. The reception was amazing. We had to turn down use cases. There were so many. That was a great example of marketing and sales leadership at a kickoff aligning and then making the information available to different reps. Now where we are is we're talking about getting the data directly into the reps' hands in this particular program through their workflow streams. They're all excited about it. It's information. It's awareness. It's not a who did what, I did this, you did that. It's the groups working together. And frankly, from the sales side, them craving to want more data. Because it's not about you didn't follow up with the lead, or I gave you this beautiful opportunity on a platter and you did nothing with it, or sales saying this is a bad lead and this is useless and this is lousy. It's information sharing together. And that's exciting. But to do this, quite honestly, I mean, and I'm going to be direct here, guys, you got to have the courage to take a risk. And you go to your peer on the sales org side and say, hey, we're not fighting each other here. We're like this. The goal is to hit the numbers. We know what our numbers are. We can do that if we data share. And I want to give your team data. I want to arm them with information. I want your feedback. I need you in at the beginning of these programs. And have your vendor help you. Have your partner help you. We will help you. Jabmo will help you. I wear the t-shirt, not for my health. It is a comfortable, soft Pima cotton. I do like the way it fits, but I wear it because I believe in this stuff. And I've seen it work when these groups do come together by involving them early. So stop competing, start aligning. I actually hate the word alignment because we've been talking about it for 20 years. It really drives me nuts because it really doesn't mean anything. It's not cocktails after work and doing a powwow. It's data sharing. It's awareness. It's taking things from the back room to the front room and walking to that front room together. And the nice thing is now that we're in this digital world, there's an opportunity to have information and to do it. It's not speculative. It's tangible. I mean, this is there. People are coming to your websites. We can tell you the accounts. We can tell you the people. We can package it up, pull all the efforts together and show an account-based insight and give that information to sales. And then they can do things with information. They can take an immediate action. They can prioritize and plan. They can just ponder and consider it for the future. But either way, we're all together. So that's what I'd love. I'd love us to double down on that for the rest of this year and into next year. And my team is eager to help. We're eager to help. We live and breathe this stuff. We love it. We don't just wear the t-shirts, again, even though they're very comfortable. We want to help and we can do it. So if you guys want to reach out, we'll do a one-on-one strategy session. It's included. We do have consulting services that are ad hoc that you have to invest in, but we do have a lot of complementary services as a part of our program. And we'd be happy to do an initial strategy, brainstorm, whiteboard, whatever it is, alleviate some of the burden of having this conversation with sales. We are salespeople at heart. We can help. And I think our experience in manufacturing will give some real tangible case studies and use cases that'll make it easy for you guys. So just shoot your questions over. We can schedule something. I see it looks like Mulaney, if I'm pronouncing it right, from Alabama, I think it is. You were asking a question. How do we go about setting up these one-on-one sessions? Okay, yep. So we'll leave our contact info. We can do that. I don't know what company you're from, Mulaney, but I'm eager to talk with you. So let's stop competing. Let's align. And we'll all be successful. Until next session, guys, keep engaging. Thank you. And we'll talk soon. Take care.